Hello and welcome, I'm Zombie Kitty and welcome to another reaction video. So, after the FNAF 1 reboot and the previous Unwithered Truth video that we reacted to, a lot of you told me to react to the FNAF 2 reboot video as well. I have also found out that I think, at the time I'm recording this video, it hasn't actually got up yet, but the FNAF 1 anniversary, the Unwithered Truth is making as a concept. I think he is making it. I think he is going ahead with it. He did upload a game trailer for it on his channel and said that this year was going to be the release date. So if it does come out, yes, I'm going to be playing that, definitely. But this is what if FNAF 2 were made today? FNAF Heyday game concept. I apologise that I'm a bit all over the place with my speaking. It's quite late at night because this is the coldest time of the day that I can record, but it was also late at night and it's still a little bit humid in here. The other thing I want to mention before we start is that this video is nearly an hour long, so there's going to be a couple of jump cuts in the camera. One last thing I want to mention as well is that at the time of recording I haven't had the time to actually look at the Thankmas video that Jacksepticeye put up a while ago. I haven't really had the energy or anything to like properly look into too much stuff. It's been way too hot here, so I don't know at the time of recording if the Thankmas link will be in the description below, but if it is by this point, by the time it uploads, then yeah, I'll put text here to say if it's there or not. Okay, contains flashing lights.
In my last video, I went through exactly what a reboot of the first FNAF game would look like if I were put in the driver's seat of the franchise. The response to that video has been overwhelmingly positive, and so I thought I'd waste no time and hop right into a sequel. You guys had a lot of thoughts regarding some of the changes and updates I made to the first game, so I tried to keep all that feedback in mind when tackling the second game. In case you missed my first of these reboot videos, I'm going to reiterate that this reboot universe that I'm making is drawing inspiration from, but not beholden to, the old lore. Any references made to classic FNAF games or books are done for fun and also to use them as building blocks for a new lore, which hopefully feels a little more cohesive as it's being planned from the very beginning. So if there's something here which is inaccurate to the original, rest assured that it's a change I'm making FNAF intentionally. And that very much applies to this game, as this one is going to be a much more severe overhaul than the first video. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into the sequel to FNAF Anniversary, which I'm going to call Five Nights at Freddy's Heyday.
Okay. Oh, that looks cool. I like the mangle coming in, that was cool. Was that Springtrap, like, glitching in? Or not? Ooh. Part 1, maintenance. We doing the maintenance stuff again?
Good evening.
Whoa.
We notice you're here after hours.
Helping.
Putting in the overtime, eh? Good for you. Afton Robotics always appreciates the hard work and dedication of its employees. It seems
this is completely different.
Would you like a hand with that?
Yes.
Good. Glad to be of assistance. If you have followed procedure, should be waiting on the platform upstairs. Please activate the retrieval button on the maintenance console to get started.
Oh my god, this is completely different. Because FNAF 1 Reboot had the puppet in it.
It appears our system does not recognize the animatronic you're trying to perform maintenance on. This station is only intended for maintenance pertaining to approved Afton Robotics creations. Are you sure you wish to
Freddy Fazbear's not?
Okay,
He's covered in blood.
First, please proceed with any required maintenance and/or cleaning.
No. Added Freddy's parts. Okay. Oh, this is like Pizzeria Simulator.
Looks good as new.
Or like Hell Wanted.
Back on stage, we must ensure the animatronic is functioning as intended. To proceed, please connect your Faz remote to the maintenance console. If you do not have a Faz remote or fail to connect one in the next 10 seconds, that means you should not be here and the authorities will be contacted. Good job.
That's cute.
Remote, 3 buttons should have engaged. The
hi
first is a
fam.
prompt button, which will test animatronic responses to external stimuli. To ensure our latest and greatest animatronic toys remain fully operational during showtime.
Toy,
Between
okay.
prompts,
I like
sure
how
to use
you've
your second
abbreviated
button to
that.
activate your Faz remote's inbuilt flashlight and shine it directly at the animatronic's eye sensor.
Okay, I'm gonna pause. he's talking suddenly so quickly. It's like he's trying to get you to rush something because everything's timed, which is interesting. Why is Freddy not being named? Why is it an error? Why was he completely covered in blood? That was interesting. Yeah, I said this with the last video actually. There were some parts in that video that reminded me of Pizzeria Simulator. This is kind of the same thing where this is very much like, or I guess more how I wanted one, like the repair minigame. It feels like that. I do like the little Faz remote. That's cute. Well, a little terrifying, but I think it's cute.
This will initiate a soft reset to prepare the animatronic for the next prompt.
Okay.
Be aware that these animatronics are considered heavy machinery. If the animatronic is not performing as expected and displays erratic or dangerous behavior, press the third button on your Faz remote to administer a controlled shock.
Sister location.
A hard reset on all internal systems. But be careful, more than 3 resets in a single maintenance session.
Yeah, so this is...
So it's best to play it safe and report any failed maintenance
So this is
to your
Pizzeria Simulator.
To begin animatronic responses, please choose an appropriate sound prompt package from the list provided on your
crowd
maintenance
chatter,
panel.
party time, or
You have
emergency.
chosen error. Press the prompt button on your Faz remote to proceed.
Ooh, this is Pizzeria Simulator. I hate this.
Please use the flashlight as instructed and document results on your maintenance panel. Let's try again.
Swear to God, I'm gonna
Press
turn
the
it down.
prompt button to
Oh,
cycle
you
to the
moved.
next item in your prompt package.
I'm turning it down. I don't care. Don't.
Please use the flashlight as instructed and document
Your leg
results
moved.
on your maintenance
Yeah.
panel.
No. I hate this. You're moving!
Looks like that didn't have the intended response. Let's try again, shall we?
No, I
Press the
hate
prompt
this.
button to cycle to the next item.
No. Why?
You've used more than the advised 3 shocks.
Why?
Please submit this maintenance report so you may be appropriately reprimanded. Thank you for
Yeah.
submitting your report. Punishment will be doled out swiftly. Please
Okay,
clock
I
out
think
and
it's
return
gonna
home.
be...
We probably won't be seeing you again, so just
No,
in
it's
case,
gonna be him.
thank you for your mediocre service
Yeah.
and have a fantastic life.
Okay, thank you.
Maintenance minigames. This style of gameplay was first introduced to the series back
Those
in Sister
animations... No, I'm gonna pause. Sorry, those... I turned my volume down. Those animations were amazing. Oh my god, I hated that. In like a positive way, like that was awesome. Ooh.
Maintenance minigames. This style of gameplay was first introduced to the series back in Sister Location.
Yes.
In that game, it was Funtime Freddy's maintenance section, and it became a huge aspect of the sequel, Pizzeria Simulator, in the salvage minigames.
I've just mentioned
If
all
you're
this.
familiar with the latter, you'll know I'm taking heavy inspiration
Yeah.
from that game for this one, and if you're worried about using too many of these elements too early in the series, I can assure you that if I ever get to rebooting Pizza Sim or Sister Location, I'll make sure to update those minigame sections to make sure these parts don't
Yeah, I was
feel
about to
redundant.
say,
The
like...
reason I decided to use this scenario as the opening for the
Oh,
game
that's cool.
is for a
Covered in
couple
blood
of reasons.
again.
First of all, the player is introduced to a few gameplay elements before they're required to use them in the base game, which
Okay.
we'll talk about those more in detail in the next few sections. And secondly, this is a tone setter for both our characters and the world.
Ooh.
This cold, bureaucratic treatment of things that are supposed to elicit wonder and excitement in children is
Yeah.
off-putting, especially when there's obviously a lot more
the
going
little
on here
foxy.
than we may first realize. As with the first video...
Oh, hang on, sorry, I'm gonna pause. Because, I think it was Reese Connor in the last video said that in the captions there's clues in the ARG. Hang on, I'm gonna do this now, just while we're here.
Is off-putting, especially when there's obviously a lot more going on here than we may first realize.
Okay, this is a picture that I spotted, which is Golden Freddy. So that's interesting, isn't it?
As with the first video, more will be revealed in the lore chapter later, but
Cool.
for now, let's talk a bit more about this new and improved Freddy's that our reboot will take place in.
Part 2. Okay, just very quickly actually, I'm not gonna like purposely go out of my way to try and find the ARG stuff. If I happen to see them just in that moment, then obviously I'll pay attention to them. But I'm not going to go out of my way for this one to try and find them. I do apologise for that, because I've suddenly realised that this video is nearly an hour long. So I don't want to have this video go on for too long. But yeah, if I happen to find them as we're watching, then obviously I'll bring attention to them. But I'm not going to go out of my way to try and find the ARG clues in this video. If I miss them, then I apologise for that.
In the original FNAF 2, the pizzeria was lauded as a new location, much larger than the first game's map, with new state-of-the-art technology and overall an improvement in the company. So the first change that I'm making is that, for story reasons, I thought it would work if the FNAF Heyday building and the FNAF Anniversary building were actually the same one, just many years apart.
Okay.
To make this idea work, I ended up going backwards from my Anniversary map layout to design this new building from many years earlier. Obviously, FNAF 2 is a much larger location, so I needed to keep the base of the future map and expand it outwards. So, for example, what will eventually become the security office and the prize counter was once an entryway to the pizzeria, which wraps around a serving counter in the dining hall, connected to the kitchen, which remains in place. There's also a designated employee lounge next to these spaces for floor and kitchen staff to relax on their break. The dining hall remains mostly as it was, but the main stage, which exists from an even earlier version of the pizzeria, has been cordoned off, and the new main stage is to the right of the room. Where Pirates Cove and the wraparound arcade will someday stand is actually the location of this game's security office, which looks out onto the dining hall. Parts of the building which are left unutilized in 1993 actually expand this space into becoming a set of hallways which lead to new bathrooms, 3 party rooms, a secondary kitchen, specifically used for private parties, and the manager's office. The safe room is also yet to be cordoned off, so it's now accessible from both sides, one door to the back room and the others to the manager's hallway. Considering our restrooms are located down here now, we have this space behind the stage, which is going to be converted into the new Kids Cove and arcade spaces. Oh, and because we're going to be situated in the new security office off here to the left, we're going to be looking at the pizzeria from this perspective. Of course, we can't get a real feel for this new pizzeria without actually jumping in and seeing what it looks like for ourselves.
Okay, so before we do, I want to bring up the new map for the Heyday building. Looks very similar to, if you remember the Into the Pit, the game, it looks very similar to how that map and how that restaurant was like situated, like the layout of it. Looks very similar. Obviously not completely the same, but there was a few things that he put in where I was like, this looks like the Into the Pit Freddy's. Part 3, gameplay.
FNAF 2's gameplay loop is one which is both reviled and revered depending on who you ask. Obviously, the original game introduced us to the 5 new animatronic threats and removed our familiar defenses from the first game. While in concept, I really like the idea of bombarding the player with new threats, in execution, there's very little which set each of these animatronics apart. Now, some people's approach to redesigning FNAF 2 is to give all the animatronics all unique mechanics, but I find that there are simply too many new animatronics to do that for.
That's not a good idea.
I thought that giving the player new defenses and stronger threats would be an interesting way to go about tackling this game's fresh cast of animatronics. But why listen to me ramble on when I could have the man himself tell you?
And himself. Night 1. Oh wow, look at this. New face. Okay, hang on, let's pause. Lions prepare for make or break game. Can they keep the streak? Okay, sports. New face of Fazbear. Pizzeria with checkered past given new life. Management promises safety and security in light of previous tragedies. Is this the picture that came up when you start the game? Like when you start a new game, this comes up? Yeah, this all looks completely different. This is cool. Yeah, he has a good point about FNAF 2. Like, when FNAF 2 came out, I was originally like, there's too much stuff here, this is overwhelming, I don't understand it. But then once I started playing it on the channel and actually started playing it properly, and people gave me advice of what to do, you realise that your main, like, defence, your main big thing to use is the mask. Forget the cameras, they're stupid, and trying to navigate around them is useless. Just keep the camera on where the music box is, and that is it. That's all you need to do. Once you realise that, everything kind of falls apart a little bit, because navigating around the map is an absolute pain. It takes too long, it's too slow, and it's just a pain to do. So yeah, I'm interested to know what he's going to do here with like the cameras and stuff and all that lot.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, Jerry, it's Ralph. If you're
Oh,
here,
Ralph,
this means I
hey,
figured
you're
out
back.
this voicemail thing. You know, new renovations, new systems, and hey, new night guard.
Oh,
It all
hello.
went smoothly today for the opening, so let's hope that continues with your shift. I'll be honest with you. Nights at this place can be pretty boring, but uneventful is exactly what we're going for.
Yeah.
Now, apologies for this, but I gotta
This
do the
looks
whole
so cool.
manager thing, you know.
Yeah, we've done this.
Hello and welcome to the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and
Why
grown-ups
is Bonnie's
alike where
feet
fantasy and fun
wall?
come to life. Congratulations on your new summer job as a nighttime security guard. This building has been fitted with state-of-the-art security and surveillance technology,
No,
which
I
has
hate
been
this.
designed to assist you in defending and maintaining Fazbear Entertainment property. And yourself, obviously.
Thank
They
you.
didn't write
There's the
that.
music box.
I'm adding that. All of these security features are accessible
Wait,
to you
sorry. Oh, I love the circus baby hang in there poster. Sorry, I want to go back on something because I just saw. Hang on. Oh, so the Balloon Boy dolls are actually mercs you can buy. Okay, that's an interesting way to like include them then, because otherwise, yeah, I don't really know what they're there for. Like, I don't know why BB is there. Also, why is the other one here? I can't remember what it's called, sorry. It's not JJ, it's the other one. Or is it JJ? Yeah, JJ. Why is JJ there as well? Unless it's like a variant, like a doll variant. That's a cool way to like include them and have it make sense as to why they're there.
All of these security features are accessible to you through your Afton Robotics patented Handycam unit. Our new line of animatronic performers also serve as Fazbear certified technological officiators of youth security.
Cool.
Also known as toys.
Cool.
I swear they always come up with the name before the acronym. Sorry.
They're trying their
That's
best.
right. In this game, the toys are on our side and serve as our
Yeah,
main defenses
which is
against the
interesting.
Withers. Now, we'll discuss this full office overhaul in a minute, but for now, let's focus on how these toys work.
Our new line of toys can be directed through your Handycam unit to obstruct or distract any potential threats to Fazbear property.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of technobabble after that, so I'll skip over it.
Okay.
Basically, Bonnie and
Fair.
Chica make a bunch of noise, and Freddy deals with threats head on.
Using
Okay.
the camera map, you can move the toys animatronics from room to room, where each will carry out their own specific function. As Ralph mentioned, Toy Bonnie and Chica make a lot of noise, which we might be able to guess means they act as lures. Each toy has a short
So like
cooldown,
in
which
FNAF
means you can't
3.
just spam them from room to room, so you have to be more strategic about their placement.
Okay.
Bonnie and Chica also only lure their withered counterparts, so you can't use them to completely disable all animatronics.
Okay.
We'll make sure the toys are only active when their respective withers are out and about. So Toy Freddy won't be in use until Freddy gets up from the safe room.
Okay.
Speaking of Freddy,
Hi. Hello. These animations are insane. Oh, there's Candy Cadet. I don't think they're the friend. No. Oh, there's a bunny. Sorry, I'm noticing so much. Oh, I like the toy bunny bin. There's also a switch there. What's that for? Like next to like the aircon box, whatever it is. Yeah, this yellow rabbit thing, the plush cat type thing is awful. I want one. I want one, I need it. That's cool though to have the toys be there for you. They're on your side. Because especially in the original game, they had like the security software installed in them. Yeah, they were supposed to help you. They were supposed to protect people, and they broke. Well, actually, no, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. It was just the fact that the call was coming from inside the house. But it's cool that you've taken that idea and it's like, yeah, use the toys to help you, but there are limitations on that, which makes sense, because otherwise you're going to be spamming them all over the place. Hi. Oh, fuck him up. Like in the FNAF 2 film.
Now,
Did you
might be
just eat
wondering
him?
what inspired this change, and it was honestly my rejection of FNAF 2's lack of importance in the cameras.
Yes,
In the
we
original
talked
game,
about
the
that a minute
puppet's
ago.
music box required the player to only ever stay on that camera in later nights.
I just talked
and
about this
there
earlier.
wasn't honestly much need to know where the animatronics were. As
Yeah.
long as you were ready to put on your mask, you could pretty much
Yep.
avoid each of the animatronics besides Foxy, and he's down the end of the hall, so you're almost encouraged not to go on the cameras too often.
Yeah.
With Heyday's toys system, the player needs to keep track of the Withers and make sure that they're managing their defense as well. They have to be ready to move Toy Freddy into Withered Freddy's paths, or to set Bonnie up nearby Withered Bonnie to make sure that he's slowed down on his way to the office.
Okay.
If the animatronics ever do make their way to the office, we're keeping our mask and flashlight mechanics intact from the original. From the
Okay.
desk-mounted console, the player can retrieve their Faz remote from the maintenance section and use the flashlight to stall
funny.
animatronics that make it to the hallway.
Okay,
this console
cool.
can also be used to charge the flashlight, as it will have a lot less battery than in the original version. In the event that the animatronics ever actually make it to the office, we can pop on an old Bonnie mask, I wonder where that came from, and wait for the animatronics to go about their business. Taking some inspiration from the
Wait,
unreleased...
no, sorry. I'm sorry I'm pausing so much. I just noticed... Was there blood on the inside of that? Oh my god, there is! Oh no!
I wonder where that came from. And wait for the animatronics to go about their business. Taking some inspiration from the unreleased dev version of FNAF 2, this mask mechanic has a timer, meaning you can't just hide in the mask.
Oh,
forever.
okay.
This also encourages the player to handle the threats before they make it to the office, as if they get too close and you have to wait for multiple animatronics to leave, you'll probably not
have a
last
good
very
time.
long in the mask,
Yeah,
considering
you
it's
won't
a
have a
very
good time.
musty, moldy, not made for human respiratory systems animatronic face.
Yes.
I honestly doubt you'll have need for most of the security stuff. Worst
Okay.
I ever had to deal with on the night shift were some bored teens trying to make trouble. Ended up using a Freddy mask to blend in with the merchandise until they left. Yeah, I was never much cut out for the security office. But
Oh, dear.
hey, I'm sure you'll
Oh,
do
dear.
much better. Okay, Jerry, it's been a long day, so I'm gonna catch some shut-eye. If
Okay,
you need anything, just let me know by tomorrow night, and we'll sort it out.
cool.
Okay, good night.
Night-night.
And have a fantastic shift.
Oh, Ralph, I'm sorry. You ended up
Both the Mangle and Withered Foxy are some of the most iconic
You
elements to
ended
come out
up,
of FNAF 2, with
being
Foxy's
in the
light
security
sensitivity
office.
and Mangle's
Mangledness.
mangledness. First of all, let's discuss our poor, disassembled pink and white friend, Mangle.
Yes.
If you've seen my Sister Location Theory video, you'll know that I proposed that this toy Foxy wasn't a toy at all, but instead a holdover from the previous location. Understand that this will be the case for my reboot timeline.
That's cool
This version
animation.
of Foxy isn't actually a Foxy at all, but instead a new member of Freddy and Friends named Funtime the Fox.
Funtime's supposed to be more kid-friendly
Okay.
and able to be played with, so she's a bit more malleable. Any amount of force just causes her to pop apart. Stops them from crushing any kids that might get caught in the joints. Not that that would ever happen, of course. At least, not again.
Who's that?
The Mangle,
Ooh.
technically not being
Wait,
a
did
toy,
he just say not
isn't
again?
controlled by our camera systems. The Mangle's first function is to act as a sort of anti-toys character. When the Mangle is in a room, that camera will be glitched and full of static,
Yeah.
just letting us catch glimpses of the twisted mess of animatronic parts. This also means that the toys cannot be sent to that
fan.
room. This will lead to moments where the player wants to
Oh.
send Bonnie or Chica toys into these rooms, but is blocked by the Mangle.
Okay.
The player either then has to wait it out and hope the Withereds don't move closer, or they have to improvise an alternative strategy.
Okay.
The staff was supposed to put him back together at the end of every shift, but
They
I
gave
guess
up.
people got lazy.
Yeah, they gave up.
Obviously, we fixed her up for the opening, but I doubt it'll be long before she's back to being, well, the staff calls it the Mangle. Names like that tend to stick. Anyway, those vents in your office are rigged with motion triggers. If anything does set off the sensors, just tap the lit up button and it should scare off whatever's scampering through. I'm told it's a pest control measure. A bit overboard if you ask me.
As the nights go on,
So
Mangle will try
Mangle's
and
gonna
make its way through
come-
the vents toward us more frequently and will move more quickly.
I meant as in, like, is Mangle gonna, like, jump scare you from above and come, like, right close to your face? Like, be right close to your face? I guess they do that anyway. I can't remember what Mangle's jump scare actually is. Isn't it from the ceiling? I can't remember.
Making it a mad dash to zap her before she makes it into the office.
Okay.
If the player isn't quick enough to catch him with these controlled shots.
Ooh, hello.
Obviously, we have no toys equivalent
That
to
was a
deal
nice
with our shy
transition.
pirate friend, so instead, we're going to have to deal with him in another way once he activates on night 3. In
Okay.
this game, the front office door from the original has been replaced with a large window.
I did
Throughout the night,
notice
the
that.
player will catch glimpses of a shadowy Foxy progressing his way through the diner area, closer and closer to the player. The player
I
will have
couldn't
to be
even
prepared
see
to
that,
flip the
to be
switch
honest.
next to the office window to turn on the main lights, which will freeze
Oh.
the pirate fox in place. This way, we keep our light sensitivity for Foxy intact without losing his more unique approach to attack from the original. It's also
Okay.
a subtle reference to the fun with plush trap minigame from FNAF 4, which I
Yeah.
always thought was quite cool. This version is definitely less punishing than that game, with a much larger window, pardon the
Yeah.
pun, to catch Foxy. Hitting the light switch too early will mean the player loses access to it for a short time, indicated
Okay.
by the power box fritzing out. Again, another pun, sorry. Obviously, we don't want that to happen, as if
Rest
Foxy
in
gets
peace,
too
Fritz, it
close
said.
and we don't have the switch to shut him down.
Oh, hello. Who was gonna? I was gonna say, who was gonna get there first? Part 5, the marionette.
Ah, the puppet. One
I
of my
wonder
favourite
if-
FNAF characters,
Whoa.
and also my least favourite element of the original FNAF 2. As terrifying and intriguing as she was back in 2014, the puppet's mechanics in the original game left a lot to be desired. I think, in concept, this ever-looming threat, which is only a few ticks of the music box away from unleashing hell on the player, is really cool. But in execution, as mentioned before,
Yeah.
the player is forced to stay on the prize corner cam if they ever want to stand a chance of surviving the later nights. This mechanic obviously can't remain in this new version of the game, at least not without some alterations.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Like, we've already talked about the fact that you have to keep the camera on the puppet box, on the music box the whole time, and that does get annoying. You like, the cameras are kind of useless in the second game. I've already talked about that. I do find it so uncanny when the light switch was on and you were looking at the front-facing window of the office, so you just had that giant hallway. Like, I knew that's because they'd already said, oh, this is what you're going to be looking out to, but to actually see it in execution when you're so used to just the long narrow hallway in FNAF 2 is really weird to see. Also, I'm not used to like really bright lights in FNAF aside from like Security Breach, so this is really weird. It's just really odd to see.
I considered leaving the puppet to only appear on night 5, similarly to how I treated Golden Freddy in the first game, but honestly, this game is going to be our only real opportunity in the series for the puppet to act as a main antagonist against our player, so I don't want to waste her. How then am I going to handle the puppet in FNAF Heyday? Well, on night 2, Ralph has this to say.
You may have noticed the ceiling rails around the building. Those are actually a remnant of a previous restaurant. One of the old characters used them to get around. Now, that particular animatronic was supposed to be deactivated.
No,
but the
you could use
technicians
the
always had a hard
rails?
time keeping it deactivated.
What does that mean?
So, instead we found a way to repurpose it to dole out prizes in the arcade. To keep it functioning, though, it needs to come out of its box every now and then to glide around so its servos don't lock up, which it
no.
does at night. Yeah, look, before
No,
it was a
no.
gift giver, it was sort of a precursor to the current security bots. Thing is, it was always a bit more aggressive. Considering you're there after hours, the old programming might mistake you for an intruder. So if you ever find it approaching the office, just use the music box system on your camera feed to stall it. For some reason, the lullaby sort of neutralize its AI for a while.
Double click
So
for music
just make
box.
sure you keep an eye on it in case it moves. It's best not to let it get to the office.
Okay.
I think this system for the puppet keeps the same
I hate
spirit
that.
as the old version, while making sure the player still has to use the camera systems to their full extent.
Yeah, that's great. Why does it move around on rails? That's not fair.
The puppet is much easier to keep in place than the other animatronics, but letting it slip away from
Yeah,
its
player
current
doesn't
position
need
will
to stay
mean
on the
it's
puppet's
one
camera.
step closer to nabbing the player. This ups
Still
the
move through the
tension
night,
and means the
player can
player will
slow
be
it down.
panicking more
Okay,
and
cool.
more as the puppet's inevitable crawl towards us progresses. Now, you might be wondering, what will stop players from just keeping the camera on the puppet the same way as they did in FNAF 2?
Yeah.
Well, not much, honestly, but the point is that the rest of the camera system is equally as important. As
Yeah.
mentioned before, the Withered still
With
have to
the
be monitored
toys
throughout the
and
night, so yes, while you can sacrifice using the cameras to keep the puppet at bay, it means you're not able to deal with the other threats as efficiently.
Yeah.
The most effective strategies require a balancing act of the cameras on all your threats, not just the puppet like in the original game.
Yeah.
At least that's the idea. Those are all of our animatronic threats and defenses, so now let's move on to...
Hey, what about Balloon Boy?
Hello.
Balloon Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in all honesty, I was really struggling to implement Balloon Boy in an interesting way for this game. My struggle was less to do with mechanics and more so how to implement him into the world in a diegetic way, which made sense.
Yeah.
I've settled on the following, but leave ideas down below if you think there's a more interesting way for him to be utilized. So, considering FNAF 2 actually introduces us to both Balloon Boy and JJ, the latter admittedly in a smaller role, I thought we might as well give them both a purpose. We've got 2 balloon characters and
Cool.
2 doors either side of us.
Okay.
So in either hallway, BB and JJ are situated
I did
in
notice
slumped
that.
positions.
So I was
like
wondering what
the
that's
other
about.
toys, these 2 are actually here to help in the
Good.
most annoying way possible.
Oh.
Throughout the night, both characters have balloons which slowly fill with air. Side note, I know JJ isn't really balloon related in the original series, but anyway, once filled, these characters will hold onto their balloons until another animatronic enters their respective hallway. At
Okay.
which point, this is a warning system for players who are keeping too close around their cameras,
Oh.
or as a way to help out players struggling with the mechanics. Or,
Okay.
and this is my favorite part, as a way to startle even the most locked-in players.
Oh.
Okay, so the first night is never usually
So-
that bad in any of the games, so I'll play...
Once these balloons are gone...
So... so he's still a troll, but he's a bit more helpful. Yeah, I did wonder what you were going to do with Balloon Boy and JJ. Is JJ introduced in FNAF 2? The first time I saw JJ was in Ultimate Custom Night. So maybe someone can help me out, comment, like, where's the first time we see JJ in FNAF 2? Is it the Custom Nights, maybe? I don't know. Maybe someone can help me out with that. But, yeah, I like the Balloon Boy role, because it's like it's a good mechanic for you, but it's still a troll character. Like, you're still in keeping with that, which I really like.
They're gone. You could potentially have a system where they
Okay.
replenish, but I don't want
Hazard
it to become a
early
case that you just have
life-saving
to wait for
location
the balloons to
output.
pop throughout the night to know where the animatronics are. Anyway, now that those little mechanics are out of
Okay.
the way, let's discuss how everything comes together on night 5.
Cool. Part 6. Non-canon ending.
Night 5 starts as the
Cool.
prior 4 have, a call from Ralph addressed to
Hey,
Jerry.
Ralph.
Except this time, Ralph's not alone.
Hey, Jerry? I wanted
Hi.
to call and let you know that after your shift, I'll need you to pull all the day and nighttime security footage from earlier this week. I can't say much, but there's been somewhat of an investigation going on.
Oh,
Nothing
yeah.
to worry about, just routine stuff.
Yeah, no problem. Whatever, man. Hey, look, I'm really glad
Oh.
you called. Did someone turn on those old robots in the back?
Like the originals? I don't think so. Why, what's up?
Look, I know this is gonna sound crazy,
Gary
but
Fitzgerald,
they're not in the
hey.
back room anymore.
What?
They're moving around the place.
On their own?
Yeah, look, I don't know why or how, but the duck seemed like it was trying to get in the office.
It's not
and-
duck.
Chica's a chicken, Jerry.
Yeah.
Hints in the
It's not a
name.
duck.
Whatever.
How dare
Look,
you.
I used the new one to keep her away like you said on the voicemails, but she's still coming closer.
Hey, keep calm. Everything will be alright. I know those old ones can look a bit spooky, but there's honestly nothing to worry about. Even if they did
Well-
make it to the office, they'd probably just sing you happy birthday.
I don't know, man.
No.
They're freaking me out. Oh, God. Freddy's gone. He's... Ah! Okay. Whew, he's just standing there. Ralph, I think you were right. He's kind of cute up close. Not really. Oh. Wait.
This is going to be the
What's
bite of
coming out
83,
its
isn't it?
Eyes. Ah!
Suddenly, the phone cuts off with another ringing. We answer.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, sir. Hope your first week is going well. Sorry I haven't gotten a chance to call before now. Things have been a bit hectic on my end.
I've been listening back to your
Oh.
calls from last week.
From last... Oh! Sorry, sir. I didn't realize they were still on the system. I thought it got wiped every week.
Evidently not. Why are you interrupting my night, Ralph?
Right. Well, pardon my asking, sir, but what on earth are you doing there? Didn't you get the memo?
What memo?
The building is on total lockdown. This investigation has gotten really out of hand. They're saying someone might have used one of the old spring suits.
Okay. Sorry, Ralph, I'm going to interrupt you. I like that it's the same or similar phone call in... Is it night 5 or 6? Like, this is the phone call from, I think, night 5 or 6. I can't quite remember. But I like that it's now William. Because Jerry Fitzgerald... Was he the Bite of 83? Again, I've talked about this before a couple of videos back, where nothing's really got confirmed, it's all theories, and so I'm confused on what, like, Bite of 87, Bite of 83, blah blah blah. But I think Jerry Fitzgerald was the Bite of 83, and I think it was Mangle, but you've changed it here, which is interesting. But then, Jerry said what's coming out of his eyes. What's coming out of Freddy's eyes? The only thing I can think of is it's the puppet, or Freddy was a suit that William is wearing, and now we've got William, which is cool that you're going to introduce us to William's voice this early on instead of all the way to sister location.
No, we have a couple in the back. And I want to say, sir, that I made it very clear that nobody's supposed to touch them. But they're saying, if someone did use one, it might have something to do with all the recent reports.
I'm aware, Ralph. I've been speaking with the police.
I doubt this is what you want to hear, but they're saying we're probably going to have to end up closing for a while. With all the panic and the new animatronics acting up, it's probably
Oh, they
for the
still
best.
act up.
I
Okay.
promise I'll handle everything best I can. But for the time being, I recommend you finish your shift and try not to touch anything. It might contaminate evidence. I'll call you in the morning and update you. Just please don't touch anything. Okay.
Try not to.
Suddenly the phone becomes garbled. The console on the desk spurs to life.
Attention, power levels unstable. The following systems are experiencing malfunctions. Music box, toys remote communication systems, Chica, Bonnie, Freddy.
The others are under my protection. Let's see how you score.
Oh, I like that
No
it's...
protection at all.
The
Wait, what do you mean?
animatronic toys can't help you any longer.
Oh no. Oh, wait. Sorry. Okay, there's a lot going on now. I like that instead of it saying like Puppet Marionette, it says Charlie. Charlie's the one talking to you. That's cool. I think when it had the pan view, I think Puppet just showed up on the screen. There. Ooh, it was very subtle. I didn't notice it until it was like near the end of that pan. But that's so cool. Hello? Chico, did you just take off your beak? Oh, well, this is great, isn't it? Whoa,
I
hello.
didn't just throw 3 random threats at you in the last night of the game without any extra way of dealing with them. So throughout the night, the animatronics will one by one be reactivated for a moment, and you have to move them away from the office.
Oh, so they're much more
Then
limited
they'll go back
than
under the puppet's
previously.
control and continue moving back towards you.
Okay, this is insane.
All the while, we've still got the Wizards approaching us,
I would
and
hate
the
this.
puppet will slowly be moving closer to the office. She's preoccupied by controlling the toys, so she's much slower than on other nights, but her advancement is clear and direct.
Oh, that's
Eventually,
cool.
the puppet reaches the office by 6 a.m.
Hi.
You shouldn't have come back.
Probably not. Whoa, hello. Hi. Oh, that's an incredible image. There's all of them. Well, most of them. Whoa, Freddy's eyes went weird. Children of
obviously
Angst.
this isn't the canon outcome
Yellow
for the
rabbit
game,
killer
just a
identified.
what-if scenario that our player is privy to without discovering the true secrets buried deeper within this game's lore. And speaking of which...
Okay, I do want to go back, because I noticed something. Co-founder Henry Emily already suspected former partner. Oh, I thought he was suspected. There's another paragraph here, which I think is interesting. Afton is survived by a 5-year-old stepdaughter and a 17-year-old son, Michael Afton. Investigators say that during questioning, the younger Afton admitted to travelling to England using his father's passport during the week of the so-called Yellow Rabbit murders by his father's orders. He denied any knowledge of his father's crimes. I can't see the rest of it because it sort of disappears. But basically, the investigators think that William sent them away deliberately so then they wouldn't be seen as accomplices or witnesses to the murders. Lore!
Okay, so much like the first video in this series, I want to try and keep the original spirit of FNAF 2's story intact, though as you can probably already tell, I have some much bigger changes in mind regarding this game's story.
Yes.
One thing eagle-eye viewers of the last video may have noticed was that in the flashback arcade minigames, the walls of the MCI pizzeria were plastered with posters of the toy animatronics. And yet they still maintain the June 1985 date of the original series Killing Spree. While some thought this might be a mistake, this is actually my first major change to the lore. In this new Reboot universe, the MCI still occurs in 1985, but the pizzeria is the same one as we see here in FNAF Heyday.
Okay.
Now, why did I make this change? Well, in FNAF 2, we were introduced for the first time to William Afton, or as we knew him back then, the Purple Guy.
Yes.
Throughout the first set of minigames, we are shown exactly how William went about committing the MCI, Charlie's murder, and, well, this treat of a minigame, Save Them. While there is still debate to this day as whether or not Save Them is depicting a second set of murders, that was most certainly the most popular interpretation of these secrets at the time. And as impactful as that game tries to make these victims, it seems that going forward, regardless of the original intent, Scott decided to leave this minigame in the dust. There are no references beyond FNAF 2 to the DCI, at least in any direct way. Sorry, Left 2 DCI. So, in my reimagining, I decided to leave the DCI on the cutting room floor and merge it and the MCI together. This also gives William the opportunity to stuff the kids into their respective suits, as the Withers aren't on stage performing. They're already slumped in the back room going unused, making them the perfect vessels for him to utilize in secret. But of course, this is only scratching the surface of the deeper narrative buried within FNAF Heyday. We've still got minigames, secret characters, and the true ending to get to, so let's not waste any more time and jump right into the lore.
The lore! 7A, secret characters.
The original FNAF 2 introduced us to a slew of new, seemingly important, but very confusing secret characters. Now, I'm not going to be adding as many, or even the same, secret characters from the original FNAF 2, but following tradition, I think it'd be a shame not to include some. As we already have JJ out in the hallway, I still thought it would be fun to have a pair of white eyes which could be seen peering out from beneath the desk. And if you're unlucky
I didn't even notice
this could result in Dee Dee finding her way
Sorry.
out.
I didn't even see that. Oh my god. That literally as they disappeared, I saw where they were. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, hi Dee Dee, what are you doing?
And if you're unlucky enough, this could result in Dee Dee finding her way out and onto your desk console. Dee Dee blocks your charging port for the flashlight and laughs while she does it, classic Balloon Boy style.
Yeah.
These three paper pals return from the original sporting a new color scheme hinting at earlier origins. And finally...
What is that? It says let me out.
And
Hello? 14, I
As is
saw
true
that.
of most FNAF games.
Okay, sorry. I'm pausing so much. That was the Into the Pit Spring Bonnie. Sorry, it buffered and I thought my internet had gone. I've had a few internet issues today, so I really thought my internet had decided to buffer. That was a good one, because I got fooled. Oh, that would be cool to include the Into the Pit Spring Bonnie. Okay, I did see the two numbers, 14.
FNAF Heyday will also include a custom night, accessible after beating the game. Different challenges will reward players with different unlockables, some of which will appear on this shelf in the player's office. You can see them displayed in the extras menu, or you can interact with them in-game.
The FNAF 1 reboot didn't have... Oh, it's Bon Bon. Oh, Fall Fest.
In the first video, I spoke briefly about an interactable phone placed in the office. Unfortunately, there turned out to be some weird video glitch, so I didn't get to discuss it fully, so sorry about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the same vein, I thought it would be cool for certain elements of this office to be interactable as well, such as the desk console. You can fiddle with these controls to change which song plays when we're using the music box.
Cool. No. I want that bin. Local boy killed a young boy killed a local diner. So that's the bite of 87. Steel mill. The steel mill was Into the Pit, right? So you got clues in there to do with Into the Pit. No.
This will allow us to listen to audio logs found throughout the game. However, as I'm sure you can tell, we've got no tapes to play. Now, obviously in the full game you'd be able to find tapes and listen to them, but unfortunately I didn't have time while making this video to actually make any tapes to listen. Throughout the nights, the players can also locate arcade tokens. If the player collects...
What the hell happened there? No, I'm sorry, I am going back on that bit, because what happened? Enter code, and the codes know his lie. Is there anything else here? Does it say anything on there? Whoa, hello. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here, because I did notice it that time. Unwithered truth. Okay, I guess we gotta go
throughout
back
the nights,
later on.
The players can also locate arcade tokens.
Yeah, that was
If the player
weird.
collects one, at the end of the night, they will be prompted to choose an arcade game to play.
Cool. Part 7C, arcade minigames.
Arcade 1, Hit and Run Dead. In this arcade, we play as a survivor of the zombie apocalypse, driving their way through the wastelands and trying to knock down as many shambling corpses as possible. As we're driving, we can drink collectible cans of energy drink to give us a speed boost, and at one point in the game, one of the broken sides on the roadway is glitchy. If we take this road, suddenly, the car we're driving is a deep shade of purple.
Oh, Midnight... Ah, it's the little ball head. Midnight Motorist. He thinks it's funny. I'll show him. Oh, it's the movie sign. This is going to be Charlotte's death, isn't it? There's my banging. Also, there was a little figure that just dotted across the door that was from Midnight Motorist.
In this arcade, our goal is to place obstructions in the way of monstrous creatures which are crawling their way out of the ground, like Whack-A-Mole meets Tetris.
Okay.
We want to make sure we don't block the way out for survivors, otherwise we get stunned for a moment.
Cool.
However, if we decide to block 3 survivors in a row and let all the monsters out, the game glitches.
Cool. So this is finding out about Charlie and the puppet basically? Yeah, because this is what Pizzeria Simulator was talking about. Charlotte with the green band being trapped outside, and her security puppet can't get to her, and ends up going outside.
Arcade fun.
Why is everything glitching again? Oh, you get a bit drunk there. Yep. stay.
Uncle Bill?
Yeah, stay away from him.
Outside, dummy. You can go round the front.
I don't want them to put me outside again.
What about your puppet? Or does Daddy's machine not work? It's okay. Kids can be so cruel.
Uncle Bill,
Yes, Charlotte.
I'm sorry about what happened.
When?
The
Oh,
other kids, they say it was my fault. They said if I hadn't been such a B-word, I wouldn't have made Mike angry. And if he wasn't angry,
you're
he
talking
wouldn't
too
have done
much.
it. But it doesn't make any sense. I didn't do anything. I was trying to help. It wasn't my fault.
You know, Charlie.
There's a purple light in the
you're
background
not
now.
like your father.
Uncle Bill?
Yeah, bye.
Arcade 3, Dungeon Crawl. Dungeon Crawl is an isometric fantasy game
That
where
was
the player
weird.
is a wizard who has to literally crawl through a goblin's dungeon with really low ceilings. The player must
Okay.
send fireballs in the direction of oncoming enemies and collect treasure.
Okay. Oh, that was the puppet. That's the puppet's eyes. They have the tears coming down.
You can call me Mary. Please remember to treat other guests with respect.
Yeah, marionette.
Remember to treat other guests with respect.
Marionette fights Charlie.
Hi there. Looks like you wandered off. Hi there. Hi there. This is way too fun.
Arcade 4, One Nerd Army. This
Okay.
arcade is a classic side-scrolling
I like how
beat 'em
he's
up.
not-
We play as a scrawny, pencil-pushing dork.
Wait, hang
who's
on.
finally
Whoa, hello. I like how he's not commenting on any of this. He's just letting it happen. Because we know what the story is. We know what Charlotte's story is and how she ends up becoming the marionette. But I like that he's not saying anything. That he's not commenting on it. He doesn't need to.
stepping up and fighting back. However, we have to be careful that we only have limited stamina, so we can't
Okay.
face all these threats head on. We can use our special hide ability to blend in with our surroundings and let the thugs pass us. If we use this ability and never attack a single enemy,
Oh, and now we're in the pizzeria. Which is a bit interesting, isn't it? Oh, that's weird. That's a security breach, wet floor sign. I saw that. Oh,
Hi there. Please remember to treat other guests with respect.
Stupid thing. It's me, William Afton.
Of course, I know who you are, silly.
What?
that's why I'm
All
here.
Fazbear Entertainment staff and animated property are legally authorized to use physical force.
This
in
is
state of
terrifying.
Henry,
security
get in
purposes.
here. Your
It's really
stupid
scary.
marionette's acting up again. Dummy. What? Kids can be so cruel.
Yeah, do you remember that? Oh, that's interesting that you remember that. Oh, it's Gaki.
What a sweet lullaby.
Charlie.
Interesting
That was our
there's
missing
Jackie's
link from the
box
first
there.
game. We got to learn the truth behind the missing children, but we couldn't yet identify what made this spindly, zebra-striped monster crawling around the
Yeah.
vents so special. But here it is, the truth of William's first
Oh, that's
murder.
terrifying.
Obviously, there are still details left up to speculation, but the bulk of what happened to Charlie before and after her death is now revealed. William's fascination with the supernatural begins with Charlie, a crime of passion that results in a decade's worth of horror.
Part 7D, Memories.
To achieve the true ending of FNAF Heyday, the player will not only have to complete the hidden arcade games we talked about before, but also play through the memories of William from the week prior to the game. Considering we're playing as this ruthless killer, our goals, sickeningly, must align with his, and it's our job to make sure his plan comes to fruition. To start this trip through William's mind, we have to click and drag the U icon on the map to different parts of the building, the same way we do with toys.
That thing.
On night 1, we have to drop ourselves to the exit.
Hello? This is a great office. Oh, I can see the glitch trap ahead. Yo! Helpy. That's cool, he's got the glitch trap head in there. Oh, is that Edwin Murray? I've attached a set of schematics. The design should be familiar to you, but I've made some slight modifications. Tell no one, not even Henry. I think, was that email in Secret of the Mimic? I can't remember.
On night 2, we have to bring our icon to this small room at the end of the hall outside your office.
Okay. Manager's office. Okay. Okay.
Hi there. You have reached the office of Ralph Burgess. Please leave a message and I'll be sure to get right back to you. Beep.
Okay. Is that to do with Elizabeth? Dear Ralph. Oh. Okay, I didn't expect that. Dear Ralph, congratulations on baby Capalia. You're going to be a great dad. Diane will always be with you. Never hesitate to call if you need help. From Arthur. I thought this was William's office, but this is Ralph's office. Why do you have a Foxy? Ralph, rah. No Foxy picture. What are you doing? Wait, hang on. Bill, as you asked, here's my card. The code is 4184. Try to be more careful with your things. Once your replacement card comes in, please return this. 4184. 41. And we got 14 as well earlier, didn't we? 4184 and 14. Okay. Henry Emily's access card.
This bonus item we've just unlocked will come into play later, but for now, let's keep our focus on the rest of the memories. On night 3, we drag ourselves over to the employee lounge.
So is William trying to blame the murders on Henry?
Acting robotics. Make the astonishing a reality.
Oh, I like that it's got like actual adverts and stuff. It makes everything like seem a bit more like grounded. Is that a piece of cloth? Henry's waistcoat piece. We saw that in the FNAF 1 reboot as well. And those suits were in... Oh, that looks so cool. We're in like the intro part. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay. Oh, that's weird. I guess I never really thought about how would you get it from the animatronic suit to the... what do we call it? From animatronic to suit version. And yeah, he is trying to play Henry.
Finally, on night 4, we drag our icon to what will eventually become the janitor's closet in FNAF Anniversary, but here, it's something else entirely.
Okay. What the hell is this? Oh! Is this the location? Or like that kind of thing. High glitch trap. Hot. This is glitch. Okay. Building layout. This is retrieve physical storage tape. 1985. Thank you. I like how that's how you put glitch trap in here.
With all
It's the
evidence of
AI.
William's crimes erased and the blame pinned on someone else entirely,
Yeah.
Night 5 will begin with a secret maintenance session. Throughout the week, we perform maintenance on Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and
And this was
Foxy.
like the intro.
And now,
4 eyes have nothing left. Da-da.
Good evening. We notice you're here after hours. Putting in the overtime, eh? Good for you. Afton Robotics always appreciates the hard work and dedication of its employees. It seems that you're attempting to perform maintenance on there, or would you like a hand with that? Good. Glad to be of assistance. If you have followed procedure, should be waiting on the platform upstairs.
Freddy?
Please activate the retrieval button on the maintenance console to get started.
What is that? Hello?
It appears our system
Yeah,
does not
here we
recognize the
are.
animatronic you're trying to perform maintenance on.
Currently in
This station
standby
is
mode?
intended
Did
for
I just say?
maintenance pertaining to approved Afton Robotics creations. Are you sure you wish to continue? Okay.
Yeah, stop
let's
it,
get
why not?
started. First, please proceed
Let's
with any
go.
required maintenance and/or cleaning.
Yeah, you gotta get all that blood off. Remove Freddy's parts, remove Freddy's. All of their parts.
Good job.
Spick and span.
Looks good.
Yep. Jeez.
Let's try again, shall we? Press the prompt button to cycle to the next item in your prompt package.
All the evidence gotten rid of, all cleaned up. So no one will suspect a thing.
Please use the flashlight.
Except you didn't
to
count on
document
something.
results on your maintenance panel. Seems like this animatronic isn't responding to your prompts.
Yeah, it doesn't
Whatever
like
maintenance
it.
you've performed has either been unsuccessful or has damaged the animatronic further. Please report this failed maintenance to your supervisor so that a more competent employee may rectify it.
I'm so expecting a jump scare.
It appears you're trying to delete the contents of this maintenance session. Please confirm with your personal access code.
You just did. Right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
after completing this maintenance session, Night 5 finally begins, with a small wristband sitting on the desk, along with a note.
To your specifications. Edwin. What's that for? Is that supposed to be like...
Everything is now in place, and William's plan can
Security
finally come
bracelet.
to fruition. Night 5 goes about the same as it does in the base game, with the puppet controlling the toys making their way toward the office. The
Okay.
night comes to an end with the puppet appearing in the office, but in this version of events, William is ready.
Oh, you evil bastard. You're gonna show her the bracelet and say, hey, I was the one who did it. Or control her. Yeah.
You lost.
Oh, it confuses everyone.
Uh-oh. But time's falling apart again.
You did
Wanna
that.
help put her back together?
Okay, I thought it was gonna be the... Okay, pause. I thought it was gonna be that... Actually, we've literally got to the end. I'll see if there's anything else after this, and then I'll say what I was about to say. When is it the anniversary AOG? Oh, cool! Awesome! Well done, guys. Thank you for 100k and for your everlasting patience. This project has been a labour of love for me and a number of talented people. See FNAF 3 rebooted eventually. Pardon me, yes, eventually. Yellow Rabbit Court, CEO of Fazbear, entertainment charged with child murder.
Please state your name for the record.
My name is William Afton.
Yeah, Henry Emily
Very good,
Gott.
Mr. Afton. Now, do you mind telling me where you were on the night of June 26th?
8485. Okay, there's a lot of numbers I just got given. What I was going to say was that I thought it was going to end with where Edwin had made William the green bracelet that Charlotte was wearing, and I thought originally what was going to happen was he was going to show Charlotte the green bracelet and say, hey, look, it wasn't me, see, I've got your bracelet, like, I'm innocent, I was helping you, and it was actually your dad who killed you. I thought that's where it was going, but it went even more chaotic, in a chaotic way, where it was like, no, I'm going to use this to control all the animatronics, and they're just going to go nuts and go against each other, which makes more sense for William. So, yeah. Okay, we got a lot of numbers. Like, a lot of numbers. So, where's that website? Okay, so... What was the first one I got? 4184? Oh, I'm in. Okay, we'll react to this. So this is case number redacted, July the 1st, 1985.
Welcome back, Mr. Afton.
You're welcome.
Apologies to have you in and out like this. It's just new information always leads to new questions.
Okay.
Of course.
We appreciate
Oh, this
your
is the
cooperation
investigation.
in handing over your system logs.
From the ending of the last video.
Right. Did you or your people take a closer look at those logs yourself before turning them in?
I'll admit I've been a little preoccupied as of late. I had to take up the night shift at the restaurant, and those logs are quite extensive, so I didn't have much time to go over them with a fine-tooth comb.
Well, as you can imagine, we did.
I would hope so.
Tell me, on your system, is it possible for anyone to use a company card as long as they have access to it?
Oh no, we have tighter security than that. I made sure of it. Only someone with a card and that card's access code can use the system.
And would you be aware of any other employees' codes?
Not at all. Each code is determined by the owner.
Okay.
Henry asked they be made available on demand to management in case we ever needed access to them in an emergency, but I overruled that.
Okay.
The privacy and security of my company system was too important to me.
Well, you see, Mr. Afton, Mr. Emily claims he left you a note detailing his access code along with his ID card.
I really don't know what to say. I was in England at the time, and I never received his card before that. Weren't you able to verify my time abroad?
Which is what it said on the... What do we call it? The newspaper, on the previous newspaper article. Okay, I'm glad I actually answered an ARG this time round, because I didn't figure it out last time. But I'm glad I did this time. So, yay! I don't know what the numbers were at the end of the video. maybe that's part of the next one, I don't know, or the previous one, I'm not entirely sure. There was a couple of other numbers that appeared at the very end of the video, for the main video. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I think I would be more interested to play the FNAF 1 reboot more than FNAF 2. FNAF 2 reboot, it still sounds a bit too complicated for me, but I think you did a really good job of having the mechanics make sense and having the mechanics balanced. And I talked about this when talking about the original FNAF 2. Once you realise that you can solely rely on the mask, you just have the camera on the music box, and that's kind of it. And then flash the light down the hallway occasionally. Things kind of fall apart a little bit. Yes, there's difficulty because the animatronics start appearing quicker and quicker. And I have problems with it in terms of reaction timing with the Withereds. But yeah, once you realise that, it's like, oh, okay, so the cameras are basically useless aside from one, and you can just have the mask on for most of the animatronics. But I think the way that you've done it, it makes sure that everything is like balanced out. And I like that the toys and the Balloon Boy do help you, even though Balloon Boy is still a troll character. I like that you kept that in. If you want to watch this video, I'll put it in the video description down below, obviously without my waffling and talking and stuff. And yeah, I'm going to end the video here because this is already quite a long one as it is. So yeah, this was really good. I really enjoyed this. I'm interested to know what your FNAF 3 concept is going to be, because that'll be the interesting one, because that's quite simple, I feel. So that's going to be interesting. I look forward to when the FNAF 1 reboot actual game comes out, because I did see the trailer. I'm excited. And I'm glad I finally managed to solve one ARG thing. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye!